Hey guys, looking for new beat-em-up games? Then you're in the right video. We've already started the video with Big Helmet Heroes, a beat-em-up action-adventure game that promises a fun experience. The story revolves around a group of heroes who need to rescue the princess and discover even greater challenges ahead. The game stands out for its cooperative gameplay, allowing you and a friend to play together in a two-player co-op mode. The main goal is to save the princess, but the adventure goes far beyond that, offering a variety of worlds and challenges. The next game on the list is Terrifier the ARTcade game, a beat-em-up game with a retro aesthetic inspired by the popular horror film franchise Terrifier. The game combines frenetic action, dark humor, and pixelated violence, providing an intense and fun experience. Players take on the role of Art the Clown, the iconic villain of the series, and engage in combat filled with references to the films. The gameplay is inspired by classic beat-em-up games from the 80s and 90s, promising a mix of nostalgia and adrenaline. The game doesn't take itself too seriously, incorporating elements of humor that contrast with the violence, which can appeal to both action and horror game fans. Jay and Silent Bob, Chronic Blunt Punch, is an arcade-style action game that stands out as a side-scrolling beat-em-up. The game is characterized by its hand-drawn art style and features dynamic gameplay with tag-team mechanics, allowing players to switch between the main characters, Jay and Silent Bob, during battles. Players can switch between heroes in real time, which adds a strategic layer to combat. Additionally, it's possible to perform special moves simultaneously with a friend, making the cooperative experience even more fun. City of Rampage is a beat-em-up game that promises to bring a nostalgic experience, inspired by classics like Streets of Rage and Final Fight. The game stands out for its advanced combat mechanics and challenging bosses, which promises to keep players engaged and motivated to overcome the obstacles they will encounter along the journey. One of the most striking features of the game is its hand-drawn visuals, which offer a unique and attractive aesthetic. Additionally, the game features a nostalgic soundtrack that complements the action and atmosphere of the game, making the experience even more immersive. Mayhemers is a multiplayer game that promises to bring a lot of fun and chaos for up to 8 players. The game stands out for its procedurally generated map, which means that each game can offer a unique and unpredictable experience. The game features 2 factions, Mayhemers and Guardians. The Mayhemers aim to cause as much chaos as possible, while the Guardians try to stop them. Mayhemers promises to be a fun and chaotic game with a unique gameplay style that combines destruction, strategy, and teamwork. Spine is a single-player action game that stands out for its focus on an engaging narrative and intense combat, inspired by the gun fu style popularized by films like John Wick. The game combines shooting and melee combat, allowing players to perform choreographed moves while facing multiple enemies at once. The game's aesthetic is heavily influenced by action films, providing a cinematic experience that promises total immersion. The combat is a fusion of cinematic gunplay and beat 'em up, with each move being a dance between bullets and chaos. The game emphasizes the player's style and freedom to create their own combat strategies, making each fight a unique and artistic experience. Double Dragon Revive is the latest title in the classic beat-em-up franchise, which was officially revealed by Arc System Works. The game promises to bring a new experience to fans, with 3D visuals and modernized gameplay, while maintaining the essence that made the series famous. Despite the expectation, the game was not well received by everyone. The original creators of the series expressed dissatisfaction, stating that Double Dragon Revive does not respect the legacy of the franchise. This criticism raises questions about how new developments can impact the perception of older fans. What do you think of this game? Leave your opinion in the comments.
Now it's time to end you! These days, fight is the only measure of a rule.
Acts of Blood is a third-person beat-em-up action game set in the dystopian city of Bandung, Indonesia. The narrative revolves around Hendra, a character whose life is devastated after the death of his family, caused by a business rival of his father. The main focus of Acts of Blood is fast and brutal melee combat. Players can expect dynamic gameplay where the action is constant and the fights are intense. The game is presented in a third-person perspective, which allows a wide view of the environment and enemies, making it easier to strategize during combat. Phantom Breaker: Battlegrounds Ultimate is a beat-em-up fighting game that is scheduled to be released on February 13th, 2025. This title is a complete remaster of the original game, which was developed by Mayhemers and first released in 2013. The new version was rebuilt from scratch using Unreal Engine 5, promising smoother gameplay and more impressive special attacks. The gameplay has been enhanced with a reworked combat system, ensuring that every punch, kick, and special move is executed with precision. The game supports up to 8 players in online multiplayer, allowing players to team up with friends in local co-op or challenge other players from around the world in cross-platform online matches.
Welcome to the electrifying world of Mexican Lucha Libre. Unleash your inner luchador and claim your destiny in the ring.
Lucha Libre, Legend of the Mask, is a fighting game in development that promises to immerse players in the vibrant world of Mexican Lucha Libre. The game is a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up with a focus on cooperative combat for up to 4 players. The story revolves around an unknown wrestler who is chosen by an ancient mask to inherit its power and become the most powerful wrestler in the world. The player takes on the role of this wrestler, a simple taxi driver who needs to fulfill an ancient prophecy and become the Legend of the Mask.
And more to be announced. Engage the crowd, fire them up, or risk their wrath. Embark on a Lucha Libre.
Blades and Battles is a beat-em-up action game that promises to take players to a fantasy world inspired by the barbarian youth of the legendary King Arthur. The game is a modern take on classics like Golden Axe, offering a nostalgic experience for fans of the genre. The game is set in the world of King Arthur, but in a time before his rise to the throne. Players take control of Arthur and Lancelot, two playable characters with distinct skill sets and sword-fighting styles. The game's story revolves around Arthur's journey to become king, and players will need to fight hordes of enemies, defeat powerful bosses, and unravel the mysteries of the world.
Get him.
To finalize the list, I bring you School Hero, a new addition to the beat-em-up genre, combining elements of adventure and RPG in a school setting. In the story, you are a new kid in school named Hero, who discovers dark conspiracies of a group of school bullies. In retaliation, this group kidnaps your beloved girlfriend. Armed with martial arts prowess and unwavering determination, embark on an adventure to save your girlfriend from the school thugs. Well, that was the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you can. Give the video a like, and see you next time.
Come, my bat!